What up? What up, though? Shoot, somebody wanted me to go live. I went live. Okay, I need some provisions. I need my pick. Need a couple things. All right, hold on a sec. Wait a tick. This shirt is kind of... Wait a tick. All right, so. What up, bro? Shoot. Somebody wanted me to go live. I was like, okay. Do some other stuff, but I'll go live for a little bit. It's finals week, though, so I won't be doing a whole bunch of live. But, you know, I'll rock out with you guys for a minute. And I got to, you know, I got a couple papers due. I got like 3 or 4 of them because I have to get an A in this class. So, boom. But, yeah. Shoot. A lot going on. Got some NBA stuff going on. We got some, I'm going to get into that a little later because we got some Stephen A. Smith. You know, talking that good talk finally. What is coon so? You know, talking about the NBA and how pretty much it's fixed. He pretty much admits that it's fixed. You know, little Shannon Sharp threw something in there too. I was like, all right. Yeah. I was like, it's about time you go ahead and throw it out there, Stephen A. You and Skip Bayless know. Skip acting like he don't know. Like, come on, man. Like, let me tell Marcus Butler that I'm live right now. Yeah, I heard it. I was like, you ain't telling us nothing that we don't know, broski doski. But it's about time that you go ahead and say that. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's about time. Yeah, 5-page paper. Shoot. 5 pages. Oh. I'm like, yo, Stephen A. Boston winning. No surprise there, Jamie. I mean, you're not surprised at that. Come on now. Told you my pick. Listen, the 76, I just put a video up talking about this. And I know some of you guys don't like when I repeat myself, but look, it's pretty. What up, what up, Jay? Shoot, I went live because Copper Color asked me to go live, so I got a few minutes. But basically, I did a whole synopsis video on it and put it up about an hour or 2 ago before the sun dropped. But basically, I looked at what the Raptors in Cleveland did. Well, the Raptors against Cleveland in 2016. Then I looked at the Celtics against Cleveland in 2017. And it's a clear path. The Raptors are great. They're a better team by far. But it's such a clear path for LeBron James to go. I mean, and now you got the announcers coming out and just admitting it. Not the announcers, but, you know, the sports analysts just coming out and admitting it. And it's just like, you know what? Thank you. You guys are making my job easier. That's good and bad. You're making it easier, though. You're making people understand it. Stephen A. Smith coming right out. Hey, Nyla, what's going on, baby girl? How you doing today? Yeah. We're just talking some sports. You guys, give me a second here to talk to my little friend. Nyla is an 11-year-old girl, so we got to watch what we say because there is a young lady on board, and I appreciate you guys, you know. So let's just, you know. Anyways, Nyla, how was your day today? Did you go to school? Do you have some school going on? I'll read that comment in just a minute as soon as I get done talking to Nyla real quick. How was school today? Yeah. Talk to Nyla. She's good people. Yeah, we went. Yeah. When you have a good day at school today, everything cool. Did you share your answers? Because I know you got some issues because you're the smartest kid in class, and you think everybody else is lazy because they're not as smart as you. But that's not the truth. They're just struggling, and you're not. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of encourage you to share. So I want to know if you are on board with that before I continue to. All right. Thank you very much, baby girl. Because you're going to need some help. You know, you probably going to go to college, and then college is tough. All right. So anyways, what I did was when I looked at the 2 consecutive years and the effect on Cleveland, then that's when I came up with the synopsis I put in the video earlier today. I was like, it's just such a clear shot for LeBron to go right to the freaking finals and win. Like, they're not even hiding it anymore. Like, Stephen A. Smith is like, yo, they weren't playing against 5 people. They were playing against 7, the 2 referees. I was like, Stephen A. Smith. I had trouble with something. Then someone showed me, yeah, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. You know, we can also help you with your homework. You know, just if you have a question with something, you know, and you can't get some help, just, you know, let us know. There's a bunch of us on here. And I'm sure between the collective of us 5 people that, you know, one of us knows the answer. So, yeah. Well, I'm saying that if we're ever live, you know, and all the guys that are on here, we are available to, you know, you might have a question about Constantinople and Istanbul or something, and we might be able to, you know, go ahead and Wikipedia that for you and get her done. Yeah, paving the way. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. They was paving the way. Yeah. SAS probability said too much. Yeah. I think Stephen A. Smith. I think Stephen A. Smith did an Ayesha Curry. Is that what happened? Did Stephen A. Smith do an Ayesha Curry? Wait a minute. Let's listen to that. No, did he? I think Stephen. So my goal is to get. Well, okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and post that. I think Stephen is. What's your question, Jamie? I'm sorry, you had a question. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry, Jamie. I got 200 things going on in my head. Tone, did you notice how the other analysts are calling out Skip? Yeah, people is on Skip. They on it. They on him. He got. I think J.R. Reed is on him too. If LeBron is going 7 with all in the playoffs, all the teams in the playoffs, and winning isn't going to look rigged. Okay. All right. That's a good question, Jamie. That's an excellent question. If LeBron goes all 7, and now, okay, this is what I heard from Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp, can you put ads in your vids even when you're live? Because the ads go on as soon as I stop the live. So the ads are already on there. You just can't click, like there's not going to be an interruption while you're live streaming. So the ads are already placed on there. When I stop streaming, then, you know, and somebody listens to the video, then that will pop up, depends on how many I put on there. So that's already done. Okay, so I can't put ads on your I still got you, Jamie. I just want to help out young Nyla here because she's trying to get some leverage on YouTube. Okay, so I can't put ads on your YouTube. However, you should ask your parents about because if you can't use the ads, you can also go to Amazon, and Amazon has like a system where you can actually make money if you are posting stuff from Amazon on it, but I don't know how to do that. So you might want to get your mom or one of your older sisters help you research that. But you can make money that way too. And I think you just need to have an Amazon account, and you can probably use your mom's bank account to do that because it has to be routed to a bank account. It's called affiliate program. It's a little bit harder than YouTube, but nonetheless, the potential to make more money is there depending on what your content is. So I hope I answered that for you. Okay, Jamie, to your question. I didn't want to get away from that. It seemed like I was ignoring you. Okay, so this is what I heard from Shannon Sharp, right? Shannon Sharp was like, he thinks that, yeah, Shannon's the best. Because Shannon was like, I think that Cleveland's going to beat the Raptors in 6. And I was like, wait, what? This is what we trying to figure out, Nyla. We trying to figure out the rhythm of the stroke. I'm like, wait, hold on. How's Shannon Sharp going to come out and say something like that? You know what I mean? And then Skip Bayless was just like, listen, Skip Bayless is LeBron's nemesis when it comes to the whole, reported game. Skip was like, the Raptors don't have a chance. I was like, Skip out of nowhere. Skip is usually butting heads, with Shannon, but he was like, the Raptors don't stand a chance. Listen, these announcers, these analysts are saying that it's rigged. That's what they're doing. Yeah, he's a paid hater, but Skip, listen, he's a paid hater, but why would Skip come out and just say that? Why would he just come right out and be like, do you guys want it? I can play it. I can go through here and find it and play it. Because when I heard it, I was like, wait, what? I just knew he was going to be like, nah, the Raptors are going to take him out. No. Yeah, the baby dinosaurs. The word raptor actually means fast eater. And they're more closely related to birds than actually lizards. Just to throw that out there. Plus, there was like 4 or 5 different types. Velociraptor, fast eater. But nonetheless, and no, I'm not a paleontologist. I just like dinosaurs. But nonetheless, I was like, wait a minute, Skip coming out, with the truth. And this is what makes me, this is another thing that gets me. Why are they coming out and just spilling the beans like this? Because Aisha Curry got tagged by the police when she did it. Like they went after her family when Aisha did it. And now these analysts are doing it. Yeah, obviously 365. But see, they're making it on. Like, listen, I'm gonna be the first one to rain on my own parade. I'm just gonna say this right now because I was thinking about it after these analysts got to talking. I just heard this today, and I was just like, what if they let Houston win? And the only reason they let Houston win is simply because these analysts just spilled the whole damn jar. Excuse me. I'm sorry. The whole jar of beans. I mean, they spilled the whole jar of beans. They just put everything right out there and just let it spill all over the floor. Listen, this just happened in the Super Bowl. They spilled the whole jar of beans in the Super Bowl, and Tom Brady lost. I'm like, are we going to see a repeat of the freaking Super Bowl where the favorite goes all the way and then loses in a final simply because of the ratings? Simply because these analysts are saying, hey, this is what we expect to happen. Are they setting us up for failure? I think that's exactly what's going on. Oh, this is such an ugly game. But they do have power over the ratings. They have power over the ratings. Yes, they do. Utah, I think Utah might get swept. They might win one game. No, they over. Yeah, they definitely know some finals because he played, the lost puppy game back in '09, and a couple finals he went to. It was like, what's wrong with him? He looks lost. Now he's gonna play the man on fire because his career is coming to an end in like 4 or 5 years. But they can control the narrative, which gives them the power. Okay, you guys don't. Maybe you're not understanding what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. I'm like, I think the NBA. And he does, because he let those other teams win. Listen, here's what I'm saying. I think the NBA that usually controls all, right? The NBA usually controls all. They control the narrative, right? They control the ads. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got that. So Skip Bayless is, a paid hater. I don't think Shannon Sharpe is, truthfully. I think the guys on First Takes are paid haters all day. What's that dude's name? The black guy with the loud mouth? All day. But why are they going against what the NBA would want them to do? It just seems weird to me. It just seems all out weird. Listen, when do you ever hear all three of those analysts agree? Emphatically. Like, this is what's going to happen. They're telling the listening audience, look, it doesn't matter what the Raptors do. Santa Claus can come out of the sky and play for Cleveland, and Cleveland will win. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Yo, something's going on here. Houston wins finals, and Bron, three pairs, three peats with the Knicks. They will stack next year, next team. Chris Carter. Not Chris Carter. That's not his name. Forgot the dude's name. Nonetheless, no, not Chris Carter. The other guy. Chris Carter is okay with me. I like him. But it's just weird. It's just it's just weird. You know what I'm saying? It's just really weird. Nick Wright, no, the black, it doesn't matter. Stephen A. Smith, that's what I'm talking about. It's just weird that they would all come out and say that. And it's just like, you guys are the major, you know what I'm saying? You guys are the major ones that influence everybody else besides Colin Hurd. I bet if we go to Colin Hurd and listen to him, he's probably going to say the same doggone thing. Because Colin Hurd loves numbers. He gets into the numbers real deep. That's why I actually like him. He loves to blast and land-based people. He loves numbers. SAS keep flip-flopping. Who's SAS again? Who's SAS? Shannon A. Sharpe? Is that who SAS? Stephen A. Oh, yeah, SAS. Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith. I don't really listen to Stephen A. He a weird dude. What it do, Marcus Butler? Finally got you live, big dog. I was like, he doesn't know I'm live right now. So let's get Marcus in on the fold. I just had about 4 or 5 people join. Listen, there's a young lady on board. She's 11-year-old. Loves sports just like we do, so we kind of have to watch what we say because she's here. All right, so just everybody be respectful. Good to see you, Marcus. Yeah, so just want to let everybody. Copper Color asked me to go live. He's not here, so I'll stay on for a while. Anyways, I'm having a good time talking, but I wanted to get a bunch of people on here before we analyze what the analysts say. We got about 9 people on here, 10 fluctuating. So, okay, what's the, just don't curse. I'm not a fan of. I actually had to get rid of a sub because of that. I stopped watching First Take recently. Yeah, I don't watch First Take at all. Yeah, they are a joke. It's just coonery to me. Boston is beating the Sixers. That doesn't surprise me. Let's go. Okay, I'm trying to read some comments because I like to respect the comments. LeBron needs to win his finals. Absolutely. Listen, this is going to be a record-breaking year. What up, SAS makes me see it. Yeah, I can't rock with SAS at all, man, Kev. Right, the 76ers won't win. You're right. Nope, they're not going to win. It's not that I'm right, you guys. It's just that it's so clear. It's like the 76ers aren't going to beat the Celtics. They're not going to beat the Celtics. I mean, if they do, I'll be surprised, but I won't be in shock. I was in shock when Russell Westbrook. Well, I was surprised when he lost. I'll be in shock if LeBron doesn't go to the finals. If he goes to the finals and loses, I won't be in shock. I'll be a little surprised, but because in any way that goes, there's two narratives for if he wins or loses. But he came out and said he's not leaving. So to me, that means he's going to win. All right, so I will read your comments in just a second. I'll get right back. I'll get back to them. But I want to go ahead and try to find this. If you guys can just give me a second. Stephen A. Smith. All right, we'll listen to Stephen A. Smith first. You guys can give me just a second. Let me get past the commercials. We'll listen to Stephen. And it's towards the end where he was kind of letting everybody have it. No, this is Steven Jackson. No, this wasn't what I was listening to. Okay, this is what I was listening to, and I'm going to fast forward up here. I will try to read your comments in just a few seconds, you guys. So, no, this is Shannon Sharp. Okay, so you may have a point. Biggs, I'm live right now. Let me tell Biggs I'm live, everyone. He will probably be joining us. Okay.
Stick with their plan. Let LeBron eat. Let him have as much as he wants, and we will stay in the game. And they did it pretty much. They won two blowouts. They won the total score, so it worked. But the Raptors have no shot because the Raptors do not match up well against LeBron and company. And I will bet you Tristan Thompson continues to play at a high level, and they should keep him in the starting lineup, and he will start playing like the Tristan of old. And I will bet you Jordan Clarkson and Rodney Hood will start having big games off the bench.
Let's stop right there. I don't usually agree with Skip Bayless, but I like the fact that he's been in it for a long time. And for Skip to say that is just a huge, like what? Like, wait, what? But a lot of you guys are like, look, I can go and read some of you guys' comments from 2 weeks ago. Cleveland's trash. They're not going to do this, that, the third. Cleveland, rah, 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 rah. They're trash. Kevin Love's trash. Tristan Thompson, why isn't he playing? J.R. Smith, he's not doing anything. Rodney Hood sucks, and yada, yada, yada. And yeah. He's telling you the script. What he's telling you is they were told not to play and go hard. They were told to make it look staged. Kevin Love was told to get 16 in the whole game, but 13 in the first two quarters. Come on now. They were told to get blown out. Look, LeBron took a day of rest when they got beat by 34. You think he was worried about it? Even the freaking analysts knew that. He sits down in the third quarter to get blown out by 34 at home. He didn't give a doggone. And I bet the Cleveland fans knew that too. Okay, you're right. The citizens, LeBron James is in the chat. LBJ up in here. First take. If LeBron James was in this chat, this thing would be like 2 million. First thing, the script, tell the look on their faces when they know Boston up 10 in the third. It's all over. Boston versus Cleveland. Strong story. It's a stronger story. I told you guys that a week ago. It's a stronger storyline. It's way stronger than watching the Sixers, not to mention the Sixers kind of got, LeBron's number for right now. They do good against them. Take them out of the game. Use Boston to take them out. We already know Boston's going to lay down. Boom. There it is. Cleveland goes right to the finals. Nobody wants to watch the final if LeBron don't go. This is true. You're going to get a lot less people to watch it because they want to see the greatest player of all time play. Let's just call it, it is what it is. LeBron will go. He's the face of the league. This is 100% true, Butler. Yeah, if LeBron isn't in the final, it's going to be boring. Nobody's going to want to watch it. Not just that. People hate LeBron, but they secretly love him. They want a winner. They love a winner. Boring for real. They want a winner. Who wants to see, a Kyrie Irving less Celtics go in the finals and it'll be like we're gonna see Gordon break his leg again. That would be fun. Like, come on, man. it would be on the morbid side. The Celtics win. You know what I'm saying? Skip telling us the script. LeBron is the greatest player of all time. There's no doubt, Jamie. Yep, that's what they do, Tony. Yeah. All of a sudden, Tristan plays in the seventh game. Right. All of a sudden, right. They've been holding him back for the longest time. The dude is freaking 6'10". Like, why is he not on the court? Come on now. Boston being the I don't know what that means. Boston all being in the PPs. You may be right. It's not that I may be right. It's I'm showing you guys what's already written. The game, Philly, Meek, and the Eagles Super Bowl. Philly made enough money lately. They sure did. They got Meek Mills out. They're good. You know what I'm saying? Philly at the Super Bowl. Yeah, this is 100%. Philly has made a serious come up. They got all kind of revenue money going on over there. The Super Bowl, just the Super Bowl alone. Okay, Philly. Hey, Houston, you won the pennant. Don't act like nobody, you got a lot of water. Boom. You know what I'm saying? You won the pennant. Like, come on, Houston. Don't act like we ain't sharing. Don't act like we ain't sharing, Houston. You got a dynamite team, and you won a freaking pennant. All right? Don't act like nobody ain't sharing up in this mug, okay? Come on now. Because truthfully, without Justin Verlander, the Astros wasn't going nowhere. Then Detroit Tigers decided to have a fire sale because they knew they wasn't going to the playoffs. Then all of a sudden, Justin Verlander goes to the Astros. It's like, come on, man. You get the side eye, Justin. We know what was going on, Verlander. All right? Do you think that Steph is going to get re-injured? Is he playing again? Is Steph Curry back? Because if he's back, then the answer is yes. LeBron is going to have untouchable stats. Yeah, he already does. He just beat Michael Jordan in a stat. It's going to be Rockets versus Cavs. Nobody wants to see the Warriors. Well, there are people who, yes and no. The Warriors are so predictable because they're the best team out there. Jordan is the greatest player of all times. He never needed to be traded to get his rings. That's arguable. I wouldn't say he's the greatest player of all time. I say he's the greatest scorer of all time. Dan Gilbert wants to sell the Cavs in order to sell the team. It's stock must go higher. Cavs. Oh, okay. Well, there's a whole different perspective I didn't even know about. Jimmy is the best in this new. James is the best in this new era. Oh, yeah, no doubt about that, Cav. Okay, somebody's asking you a question. Steph first game back tomorrow. Ooh, and that's right. MJ had a stack deck. Let's quit. Okay. Okay, you know what, you guys? Let's quit acting like Michael Jordan didn't have the. For one, he was a great defensive player. Scottie Pippen was the defensive player. Dennis Rodman was the rebounder. They had Kerr. Come on, let's act like. I mean, they had Kukoc. Let's act like they didn't have a strong bench and a great starting five. Okay, come on. It's not like, you know, LeBron and Michael Jordan are playing with the same deck. It just, if LeBron James was playing with the squad that Michael had, he would already be at 6. He would already be there. He would have been at 6 a long time ago. And come on now, Michael Jordan had a stacked deck. We all know this. But you know what? The NBA was more stacked back then. And Wade wasn't prime Wade. Right. I miss prime Wade. Well, you can forget about that. Because prime Wade is over with. Optimus Prime Wade is done. Yep, but that's over with. And he was probably the best he's ever had, was Dwayne Wade. And Chris Bosh. Bulls had a super team like the Warriors. That's exactly who they were. The Bulls, the Warriors. I'm hungry. Jordan is the greatest. He got eliminated first round three times. 2 rounds, 2 times eliminated in the conference final. So nobody talks about that. I knew about that. Yeah, I knew about him getting eliminated a couple times. Nobody heard of him until he hit that jump shot at North Carolina. I'm just saying, you guys, stop acting like LeBron and Michael Jordan both had the same squad. You know what I'm saying? They just didn't have both the same squad. You cannot tell me Kevin Love is the defensive player of the year. Tristan Thompson, defensive player of the year. J.R. Reed, defensive player of the year. Who? Which one of them? Listen, Dennis Rodman had more rebounds than anybody while he played. He was out rebounding Mutombo and every other 7-footer in the game. Dennis Rodman was diving for the ball. Come on. He barely made a shot, but he was in the starting 5 simply because he had one talent, and that's to get the ball. That was it. That was all he's good for. He knew it. Yeah, well, they try to, but there's not enough superstars in the game right now. That's the problem. The NBA was a lot more stacked back in the 90s. Everybody had a good team. The Celtics had a good supporting team. Larry Bird wasn't by himself. Larry Bird had a nice crew with him. Phoenix, Barkley wasn't by himself. Okay, the Pistons, all right? The Pistons was stacked, okay? Let's not act like there wasn't enough threats out there. The NBA was a lot more interesting back then because everybody had a stacked deck. And it was like, who's going to do what? That was all there's to it. Michael Jordan and his crew just happened to be the best there was at what they did. They were truly a team. Right now, you don't see a team. You can't tell me the Spurs are a team. They got 2 40-year-olds playing. They got 1 injured player who doesn't even come to the games. There's no team in that. There's no. They playing lopsided. It's all flip-flop. All right? No, it's like, get out of here. The 76ers wasn't even heard of 2 years ago. All of a sudden, they get 3 rookies, and now they're in the game. Come on now. They were the best. It was more interesting back then. You had a lot more players to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? Listen, there's just not a lot of standout players now. There's like 10 of them. That's it. According to my paper, a lot of people are on the Sixers bandwagon. I told you guys, I'm like the Sixers are going to get beat. And it's not even a matter of why they're going to get beat. You know, because it's pretty explanatory. Dude, no teams. It's one-on-one ball now. That's what it is. Sell more tickets. Yep. I never believed the Sixers hype. Neither did I. But I liked it. I didn't believe the Sixers hype, but I liked it. And the reason why I like the Sixers hype is because it gives you more depth in the East. I wanted to see that. I'm like, let's go ahead and balance this thing out. Give me somebody else in the East. Okay. Colin Cowherd, that's my dude. Yeah, the Sixers are going to go down hard. But who cares? Nobody but the Sixers. That doesn't matter to us because we already got our eyes on something else. Colin Cowherd even said the NBA doesn't need LeBron anymore because they got Ben Simmons. I don't know why he would say that. Back in the day, East was, it was loaded. All day. Colin flip-flop these days. Colin's a big numbers guy. I don't listen to him as much as I listen to Undisputed. I like the dynamic between Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless. As a matter of fact, I like Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless a lot more than I like SAS and Skip Bayless. I don't know what happened between them two, but Shannon Sharp he's like a comedic relief. Skip Bayless and SAS, they were just boring. They were like two old men arguing, and it just got boring. It's like, we don't even want to hear you. But you want to hear Shannon Sharp because he's funny, and everything he says is real. But this man is always talking about drinking hen and, rolling an L and all that. You know what I'm saying? He's just a funny dude, man. They want to make it all the older teams great again. Celtics, Knicks, Lakers. Oh, yeah, let's go. Ben is the next LeBron, and he can't shoot. Don't fix that. SAS thinks he's Eddie Murphy or something. Nah. SAS isn't funny at all. He's just a big mouth. He's a big mouth, and he's overstepped his bounds more than once. Shannon Sharp, it's like the uncle. That's exactly who he is. He's like your uncle. Just sitting up to take, boy, this what's going to happen to you, man. I'm about to tell you, man, LeBron about to come up. Even the way he talks, let's listen to some of him. Because that's my dude, man. I wouldn't mind meeting Shannon Sharp because he's just plain old funny.
They need to, because you're right. Toronto has a legit bit.
You actually think Tristan Thompson want this series to be over? You think Tristan Thompson wanted to go home and have to deal with that?
Everybody except for Indiana fans wanted this series to be over.
But Skip, come on. You didn't stop playing Skip. Why you do that? Talk about Indiana. That was your team. You apologized to them.
No, I said they're better than I thought they were. And look what they just did. Was I not right? They took you right to the brink.
I was reading Brian Wentworth on Friday night after the blowout, and he said the Pacers feel that they're just better. They think they're a better team.
Well, but it boils down to Oladipo isn't even close to LeBron James. That's what it boils down to. As simple as that. And every big moment they had a chance to close the deal, Oladipo disappeared. Every moment.
You were asking too much if you expected Oladipo to do more. You were asking way too much. Okay, so let's listen to SAS real quick. You guys want to do that? Because you guys are leaving. There's only 4 of you left. So let's listen to Stephen A. Smith, and maybe we'll call it a night. If you guys keep, leaving, then I'll just, okay. Yo, what happened to it? I got my eye on you. Sharp reacts. All right. Was the first take. You look so beautiful, and you know it. Let me see if this is it. Oh, 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 oh.
You have to dissect when you're talking about people. Listen, when they go and they talk about the media, they ain't talking about social media. They talk about people like me and you. So let's be clear about that. And when it comes to people like me and you and others, the fact of the matter is LeBron is not subjected to anything more than other stars have been subjected to. In terms of the media, that's what I'm talking about. We recognize him as the greatest in the world. We call him an incredible role model, a great basketball ambassador. We praise the fact that this guy's been on the cover of Sports Illustrated and since he was when he was 17 years of age. He has been in the NBA for 15 years. The only blemish on his entire career in terms of off the court stuff has been the decision.
Stay with me.
That is it.
Stay with me.
So, I mean, I don't know. Listen, let me tell you something right now. I've literally asked folks in this camp, would you like me to bring in some roses? Would that make you feel better? I mean, do you need that?
This might
that
not
doesn't
be the
make
clip.
you a part of the media. I'm going to differentiate.
Amplified by social
I'm
media.
talking media.
There is more of it.
James has never been subjected to the stuff Allen Iverson has been subjected to. Michael Jordan, they talked about
Okay. This might not be it. Stephen A. Smith goes off. Dang it, I just had it. Oh, you know what? Somebody sent me a link to it. My man sent me a link to it. My big homie, he don't come on my live, but he's been around for a long time. His name is Supreme Allah. And he's been, on my channel for probably, shoot. He's been on my channel for probably almost 3 years, 2-3 years. Yeah. Good peoples. Good peoples. Let's see if I can get this to go. You look so beautiful and you know it. Right. Around me. Oh, 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 oh. I mean, Drake is light-skinned, but I do like some of his music. He is light-skinned, though. I'm just saying. For a light-skinned dude, Drake got some skills. Oh, heavens to Murgatroyd. Would you come on? Guys are probably all gone. Let me see if anybody's here. What up? What up, Ortiz? Feels like yesterday we had the statement about LeBron winning. Right. Shoot. I'm trying to copy this link, and it just is not linking for me to. Oh, that's because I suck at this. All right. How about that? Was that going to help? You look so beautiful and you know it. Paste. HTTP. Where you going? Come on. Search. Oh man. All right, so this is sucking. I want to hear it. Okay, there it is. All right, come on.
What does that do with Oladipo missing wide open three?
Let me tell you something.
What's
Right
bonus turning the ball over?
That's exactly the point. He missed a wide open three. I forgot what this other analyst's name is, but this guy's an interesting dude, Max Kellerman. For those of you who don't know, Max Kellerman also does boxing, right? And his brother was kind of like an analyst or some type of announcer. And one of the bouts that he was announcing, the guy lost. And while the other guy was celebrating, he went and he turned around to go shake his hand. The guy who lost hits him and knocks him out cold. And of course, he gets arrested. He goes to jail. He gets out of jail. He finds Max Kellerman's brothers and kills him and sets his house on fire. So, yeah, that happened. He's in jail for life now.
The game unfolds. When LeBron went out, they were up 2. And he came back, they were up 9. Again, it's going to be interesting or whatever, but if it got to, like, for example, in game 5, that was a goaltender. Did LeBron call against the goaltender? No, he did not. Sorry. No, can't do that. We got hell LeBron James, because we need a game 7. Trust me, this is what goes on. There's no way in hell that LeBron James is going to lose a game 7 in the first round. What's going to happen? I'm trying to, because it would have been Indiana Toronto in the play. Oh, my Lord. I'm going to talk about, do you know how many options are television? Come on now. The ratings matter, please. And I'm not saying it's purposeful. It's almost like a default position. LeBron James out of the first round can't happen. Wasn't even worried about it. Now, Toronto makes it a little bit more interesting. But in the end, what it comes down to is you have got to have offense on the court.
No, Steve. No. Don't try to backpedal and say it's not purposeful.
Wasn't even worried about it. Now Toronto makes it a little bit more interesting. What's going to happen? I'm trying to, because it would have been Indiana Toronto in the play. Oh, my Lord. I'm going to talk about, do you know how many options are television? Come on now. The ratings matter, please.
The ratings matter, and
I'm not saying it's purposeful.
That's exactly what you just said. That's exactly what you just said. You just said it was purposeful. That's exactly what you said. The reason why you backpedaling is because you know they're going to come see you about that. That's exactly what you said. Ain't nobody stupid. Get right. Element is just like, you on your own, bro. I don't know him. I never met this guy before. Yeah, I'm leaving now. Yeah, just let me slide on up out of here. Max is going to dip on you now because he know the boys is going to come see you. You're going to get a strongly worded letter. It's exactly what you just said, Stephen A. Talking about, that's the problem with Stephen. He got a big mouth, man. He got a big mouth and he just blew it. Like, come on, man. You could have said that in a better way than this. He was like, the ratings matter. What have I been telling you guys for the last 2-3 years? The ratings matter. It's all about the ratings. All about the Nielsen ratings. The Nielsen ratings go down. People lose millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. They're paying LeBron $33 million. That's what the NBA's paying him. Then he's making another 30, 40 million a year. This is not a 5-year contract. This is a year. This is what he's doing. And it's going to go up next year. See, what's really crazy is LeBron's contracts keep going up. Okay, 2 years ago, LeBron had a $23 million contract for 1 year. His contract for 1 year this year is 33. LeBron is doing the opposite of what everybody else is doing. Don't think just because Steph Curry got a $200 million contract for the next 5 years that he just hit pay dirt according to all the superstars in the NBA. Because Kevin Durant got paid more than he does. He has a $54 million contract for 2 years. Kevin Durant is getting paid more than Steph Curry on Steph Curry's team. It is what it is. James Harden is getting paid more than Steph Curry. Who's more important, James Harden or Steph Curry? Steph Curry. And he still ain't getting his money right. I'm just trying to tell you guys. Yeah, all about the Cavs and Warriors. He still ain't getting his money right. Yep, this is why a lot of people don't watch it, because they're tired of the same thing. Steph Curry should not be getting paid for the next 5 years $201 million. He should be getting paid somewhere around $250 million. Somewhere around that. LeBron should be doing close to $4, which I think he is. I mean, if you start ironing it out, I don't know, what's 33 times 4? I don't know what it is. One of you math wizards can, I'll tell you what. I'm too tired to calculate anything on my own. 33 times 4. 132 million in 4 years. And then if you threw on the 5th year, you know, he'd be making 60, 68, 168. So that's still not even. Okay, so Steph Curry's getting paid $41 million a year. That's not bad. Listen to me like I'm doing that. That's not bad. I've done better. You know, I'm getting a disability check. I'm scrounging. I've done better. Get out of here. Why lower teams can't, what the NBA finals like the Pacers when you feel like they are the better team. You mean why can't they win? Because they're not supposed to. Okay, well, let me put it to you this way. McClure, never seen you before. You must be new around here. Well, welcome, Dwayne. Welcome to my channel, to my live. All right, so let me put it to you like this, Dwayne. That sounds like a young person's question. You're probably maybe 20, 22, 23, maybe. If that, you might even be a teenager. I'm just throwing it out there. But nonetheless, I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying. It just sounds like somebody who's kind of new to the whole, you know, system of the NBA. And, you know, you've probably been watching it for a couple of years like, this doesn't make any sense. Why is Phoenix not doing anything? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on with that? Why are the lower budgeted teams not, you know, doing anything now? Why do we still, why is Cleveland doing something? Even though they're actually a lower budgeted team, the only reason why their budget is high right now is because of LeBron James. But, you know, why can't they get past, you know, these juggernauts of a player? And then, like LA, which is going to be better pretty soon, you know, they're down and out right now. Chicago Bulls, they're down and out right now. Those are apex teams. But nonetheless, this is why, now the mixing politics, all day, been doing that. But this is why some teams are not winning, and they're kind of being, it looks like they're being left out in the cold, but it's a wave. It's for so long, these 3 teams will do good, then they'll disperse, then these 3 teams do good. It's a cycle. It's all cyclical. So when a certain amount of teams start doing good and go into the playoffs, you got to understand, doing good is not necessarily going to the finals. Doing good is going to the playoffs. And you have 16 teams that go to the playoffs. But it's not only just going to the playoffs, it's going to the playoffs repeatedly. Why is that doing good? Because you're talked about. And when you're talked about, your team is making money. People want to watch you because other people are talking about you. If you go outside and there's somebody out there that everybody likes to talk about, people are going to keep their eye on that person. The West Coast elite run sports all about the money. Okay, I believe you. So when you have this cycle of teams that just seem to be dominant, you know, in the 90s, the teams that were dominant in the 90s, they're not dominant today. Not really. I mean, the Celtics are still in there, but the Bulls aren't. Phoenix isn't. Detroit definitely isn't. The Knicks aren't. All of those teams were dominant. The Lakers aren't dominant. You know, where is that whole fight? Where's all of those guys? None of those guys are dominant today. Now you got the Pacers, the Spurs, you know, Golden State. You know what I'm saying? Golden State out of nowhere. Now 76 is getting back in Daytona. I was wrong about 6 wins and 6 losses. Well, we're all wrong sometimes. But nonetheless, when you have that type of shift in who wins and who loses, these guys are told when to win and when to lose. Michael Jordan was, you know, a phenom. There's no doubt about it. But you got to be kidding me if you think Michael Jordan didn't have some help from the refs or didn't have some help from the powers that be. He was a part of the system. Heck, he still is. He's a part of the system. He didn't get rich off of his good looks. He didn't. He was told when to win. That was just it. They saw 5 of 8. Okay. They saw that Michael Jordan came in, and when he came into Chicago, he came in there with flash. He had flash. He had something that the other players didn't have. He had pizzazz. He was wearing a fur coat. Okay? He came in there like Mr. Big. All right? Michael Jordan came into the room. You knew he was there. He was cocky. He was brash. And they didn't even want him. I mean, when he was on the All-Star team, he's like, listen, if you don't put me on the All-Star team, or if you put me on the All-Star team, you're not putting Isaiah Thomas on there. What you want to do? Who you going to take? You going to put me on there and you going to get Isaiah Thomas, or you going to put me on there and you're going to, you know, not even think about this guy? Because Isaiah Thomas had beef with Michael. Michael was like, I'm not playing under those circumstances. I'm Michael Jordan. Everybody in the world knows me. Everyone knows me. And they know me because you guys push me out there, and I'm the greatest player that there is right now. So we're kind of going to play this my way. Michael Jordan was pushed by the system. His 6 wins were pushed by the system. It's just no surprise. The man was half sick on one of his games, and he still won. Was he a phenom? Was he a great player? Absolutely. But did he do it on his own? No way in God's green earth. It just doesn't happen like that. So there are teams that are told not to win. Larry Bird was one of the greatest shooters that ever lived. To me, I've never seen nobody do what Larry Bird could do. No one. And Larry Bird would walk up to the greatest players on the court, and he would tell them, I'm about to score on you. He was looking at every single great player there was, including Jordan, and he would say, I'm about to shoot the ball and score. And that's exactly what the heck he did. This is why he was so great, and he loved to cause fights. Okay? He wasn't an Xavier McDaniel, but nonetheless, Larry Bird was ideal. Xavier McDaniel looked like a football player. Bold prediction, Celtics over Philly. That's not a bold prediction. That's not a bold prediction. Everybody knows the Celtics is going to be Philly. So I hope I answered your question. It's all in the plan. It is, said the Joker. It's very true. It's all in the plan. Heath Ledger, R.I.P. We win it against Philly. Yeah. Matchmaker replied, what happened? Bro, I'm live right now. Venom is coming out. We'll talk comic books another time. Bird was the real deal. is talking and Zach website is taking in. What about Zachary? Zachary, Gematria. Why Isaiah and Michael just couldn't? Because Isaiah Thomas was jealous of Michael. Isaiah Thomas did not have the pizzazz that Michael had. Michael had the backing. He had the looks. He had the talent. And he had the attitude. And he point blank told all of them, none of you are as good as me. He told them that to their face. And none of them could say anything. He's just like, you just don't have a, he's like, you guys don't have as much game as I do. That was it. That's it, and that's all. Isaiah was jealous. I think they're from the same area or something like that. They're both from Chicago. That was it. He was jealous. Mike had the women. He had the shoe deal. He had the outside contracts. He had everything. What do you want? Yeah, he's just dope. Yeah, we heard that, Abdul. We just played it. Cavs in 6. You know what, Mitch? I think Cavs are gonna wipe these guys off the map. Mitch, I wanted to tell you that there's a young lady who's on right now. She's 11, so we can't, do the whole cursing thing. So we're just asking everybody to be mindful because there is a young lady who is listening, right? She's live with us right now. So, yeah. What happened to Ahmed Sanchez? Ahmed Sanchez did, okay, so, Nyla, young lady who's, I don't know if she's still on. Nyla, are you still here? Yeah, I don't know if she's still on, but nonetheless, she was on one day, and Emmett was in here, pretty much going off because he bet me a pizza and lost. And he was harassing me for 2-3 days because I told him the Spurs was going to win a game. He was like, Spurs are going to get swept. And I was like, no, they're not. I said, Spurs are going to win one. Spurs won, and he was betting me a pizza. He's like, you're going to be cooking me a pizza. I'm going to call you Chef Tone. He just harassed me for like 3 days, and I kept telling him, you're really upsetting the basketball gods, so you better cut that out. Spurs are going to win one. They're not just going to get wiped off the map like that. He lost, and then he didn't want to pay up. You guys know I usually don't bet, but he lost. He was like, you're not going to get it. He got upset because I was like, you lost. And I was laughing at him. And I clowned him because he kept clowning me. And he got upset and he started cursing. And I was like, we have a young lady on. Could you please not curse? Because, she's still here. And then he was still cursing. And then she was like, can you please stop? And he still did it. And I just got rid of him. I'm not going for that. I'm not, she's 11. Okay. We not going to be disrespectful on this channel. Now, when she's not here, I don't really mind you guys in the strong language. I don't particularly like it. But when there's a young lady on, we're not doing that, And we're all gentlemen. We can be respectful. So I got rid of him. And I don't even think she's on right now because she didn't reply. She usually replies quickly. Probably getting ready to hit the hay. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock, so she's probably knocked out. He did that. Yeah, he was clowning me. And I let it go because I've been listening to Sanchez for 1.5 years. He clowns everyone, but I don't like the way he gets people upset. I told you guys, I can deal with anything. I just don't like when you guys threaten each other. I don't want to hear that nonsense. Some of the jokes you and him was saying, Mitch, was hilarious. Talking about each other's moms. I thought it was funny, but I can't do disrespect. I can't do that at all, Jay. He was clowning him too much. And, yeah, he was clowning my subs a little too much. And I just, almost losing in Game 7. Also losing in Game 7. Okay. Terry Razor is pretty much Kyrie Irving. Really? I don't know who that is. What happened in what, Jamie? How many games Boston, Philly? I think they're only going to go 6. I think Boston is only. I think they're going to blow them away. I think Philly is going to get dusted. Boston's going to take a nice little break. Lots of link to Trump and LeBron. Oh, here you go. For those of you who don't know who Mitch Baker is an actor in England. So you can actually look him up on BBC and see one of his shows. So he is a celebrity, and we're always glad to have him. Interesting person, Mitch is. But he's an actual actor. So, yeah. You can see one of the shows. If you want to leave a link, you can do that. And you can leave a link if you want to, Mitch. I really don't mind. I really don't care if you want to leave a link and promote your show or whenever it's on or tell us more about it. I'm okay with that. So, but yeah, it's an actor. Why doesn't he have any subscribers? Probably doesn't want any. Just in my van, Tone, eating my cheese and drinking my. You still in the van, big dog? Okay. Well, Katie got another ring. What do you mean? You think Katie's gonna go all the way? Glad to see CP3 gonna be on the same squad. We keep talking about where Kawhi's gonna go, and I'm gonna say this one more again. Kawhi Leonard is not going to leave the West. I don't think LeBron's going to go to LA. I did before. I don't think Kawhi's going to come to the East. I don't think LeBron's going to go to LA. Hey, I don't make the rules. So if it happens, I will be just like, hey, I was wrong. But it's not something I'm banking on. It's not like I really care. But the only reason why I'm saying that is because of the imbalance that it creates. Creates an imbalance, and I think that they're trying to stop the imbalance because, as you can see right now, the imbalance will kill your ratings. It's just one of those things. Kawhi Leonard, if he, starts balling out healthy, any team that he goes to is going to start being talked about. If he goes and plays with Dirk Nowitzki, next thing you know, Mark Cuban is going to be a lot more happier. You think Melo will want to join LeBron? Listen, Melo and LeBron, they're friends. So, yeah, it's full of scripts. Yeah, they're friends. If LeBron wins, he's not leaving. No. LeBron wins, he's not leaving, you guys. Not a ghost of a chance. That's why I was like, oh, he might lose, and just to get out of there, go to NYC and then ball out of control. But when he said he wasn't leaving, that's it. That was it. Tree leaders. Yeah, he said he wasn't leaving. He's like, I'm not going anywhere. I was like, oh, okay, well, you just won the finals. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for telling us you just won the finals. Thanks, LeBron. 5 of 8. That's sad. What? 5 of 8 what? What are you talking about? Hello, Fane. My dearest Fane. Oh, give us a hug. Fane. Okay, so, yeah. For you guys who don't know, Fane is another young lady, and she lives in Barbados or something like that, or I forgot one of those countries, but she's 17. So once again, let's just be respectful of the young ladies that are on. Fane, how you doing today? How was school? Fane's cool people. What's the hand clapping for? Trinidad. That's right. I can never remember. I'm sorry. I need a world map because there's somebody, there's people who contacted me from like, all over, the place. And I'm just like, okay, what country do you live in? Globe. There you go. All right. Yeah. Barbados, thank you very much. Whoever said that. Yeah, because there's just so many people. So many different people at different times. Then LBJ is going 5 of 8 record. Okay. Yeah, Edwards, thank you very much. So you can make a team with 3 leaders. Yes, you can make a team with 3 leaders. The Sixers are a prime example. Got to play. And the Rockets, does Paul and Harden. Right. So 5, 5, 8. I live in Jamaica. Okay. Well, see, there you go. Jamaica. The fastest runners in the world, although they just got beat in one of the games. When LeBron say he's not leaving. I just heard about it from one of the subs, I think yesterday. Now there's the debate if LeBron is leaving or not. It's hard to play with Westbrook. Westbrook is a sourpuss. Interesting. Westbrook's emotional. He's a sourpuss, man. That surly look always on his face. The one thing I do like about Westbrook is he's sincere. Like, he plays with a lot of passion. 5 of 8. I don't know what you're talking about. The Rockets, good together with Paul and Harden. Yeah, obviously. No, it isn't. If you play defense, okay, you guys are talking about each other. Westbrook should recruit Damian Lillard. No, Damian Lillard should stay where he's at. 5 of 8 of what? What are we talking about? Copper Truth. This chat was started because you wanted me to go live. So explain what you're talking about, and let's go from there. Copper. Westbrook, Utah Jazz fan. Photo. He was there. he turned around and flexed on that dude like, what? Like, what'd you say? You see how mad he is? They're like, nah, we're not going to give you any ads anytime soon. Oh, you're saying that he's not going to win. You're talking about rings. Copper, where are you from? Because you do this a lot. You kind of speak in like very short, and then it's like I'm supposed to figure out what I'm like, are you from another country as well? Because you understand what I'm saying, but I'm like trying to get all this information out of you. You're kind of like Gibson. LeBron is going 5 of 8 in the final records. Okay, 5 of 8 in the final records. Oh, you're from Brooklyn. That explains it. Is Brooklyn in the house? Brooklyn. Love y'all music. Gotta admit that. Wouldn't want to live in NYC, but man, y'all make some of the best music ever. He got the Trump syndrome. Will score 61 in game 4. Ooh, look at you, bitch. Can't speak his own. Nah, he just the way he'll say something and it interests me, and I'm like, okay, expand on that. And then he'll turn around and say the same thing instead of like giving me exactly what he wants me to read and, get into the conversation. Because you got to understand, I'm reading everyone's comments. So if you say something I find interested and I'm like, okay, elaborate on it, I'm still reading everyone's comments and trying to get out whatever you're trying to say. So 5 of 8, you're saying that LeBron is he's only going to win 5 rings or something like that. The real King James died in 58, Tone. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, okay. 5 of 8. We already been semifinals. What real game? He's talking about the Bible. Fane, he's talking about the Bible. True story. I've actually been to a couple castles. Yep. Like I've been to one of the castles where matter of fact, I think that one of them was King James Castle. Yeah, I've been to one of his castles in Europe. Yep, very interesting. I've been to actually 2 castles. And the thing about when you go to these castles, even though they're tourist sites, because a lot of them are still built, they look like they were built yesterday. But the thing about when you go to them, they don't let you down in the dungeons. They're like, nope, you can't go down there. Because of all the people who, well, they're dungeons. He's going to win 5 and lose 8. Nah. So LeBron said he wasn't burnt out after Game 7. Then the narrative went wild. Will LeBron James run out of gas in the playoffs? Well, okay, here's what I think is going to happen. That's a good question. And here's what I think is going to happen as far as LeBron running out of gas. You can either burn slow and go the distance, or you can burn fast and knock your opponent out. Just get them out and then rest for the next interval. You know what I'm saying? So if you ever ran track and you're doing 200 sprints and your coach is like, do 75% and you have 6 of them to do, you're just like, okay, how fast do I really want to do this? Like, what is my 75%? You know what I'm saying? You got 6 of them to do. What is my 75%? You know what I'm saying? So you can either go at it slow or you can go at it fast. Or you can be like, you know what? I'm only going to do 4, but I'm going to do 4 hard ones. And he's not going to complain. I think LeBron is going to do 4 hard ones. I think they're going to come in and they're going to light up the scoreboard. And I think they're going to shut these boys down and might go to game 5 or 6. And that's it. I think they want to get out of there as soon as possible. The only problem with that is the ratings. The longer LeBron James is playing, the more money the NBA makes. It's just hard to see a sweep happening with LeBron if he is in control. You know what I'm saying? Him getting swept by Golden State in the finals was a shock to everyone, you know, but Golden State was just way too good. The Raptors aren't way too good. They're just not that good to where it's unexplainable why LeBron goes down 3-1 and only wins 2. Next thing you know, game 6, they're out of it. Or even game 5. You know, they go down 3, 4th game, they win, 5th game, they're beat. This is not the Spurs versus Golden State. However, if it was the Cavs versus Golden State, I believe the same thing would happen. I believe the Cavs would get swept in game 6, game 5. So I think that all of the other players are going to come alive. And I think they're going to be like Frankenstein's freaking monster. That's what I think. I think they're going to hit hard from the outside. Rodney Hood hasn't been impressive, but I think he's going to have a stellar 3 or 4 games. Everybody's going to be like, it's Rodney Hood from the outside. He's on fire. And he's going to be like, Rodney Hood, okay. Kevin Love, we all know he can hit from the outside. I think he's going to hit from the outside. I think he's going to come down to the top of the key and just start breaking it wide open. He's going to be in the corner, and it's just going to be over. And it's going to be an ongoing thing. His average is just going to go through the roof. This is what I think. I think those guys are going to be turned loose, is what I think. So will LeBron get burned out? The answer is no. Even if they go the distance. Okay, he's averaging what, 40, 41? I still don't think he will. Yeah. You got to understand, Love is a beast from the outside. Even LeBron made a mistake in one of the games was played against the Pacers. He was trying to get the ball to him on the outside, but he could have just shot it. So they're going to come way alive. It's just going to be ridiculous. What up, Abdul? It's going to be a whole different Cleveland team. Rodney Hood is going to be looking like Oladipo. He's going to be a whole different player. Rodney Hood's going to come alive. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Fane, he wants to surpass Jordan. But the thing is, Fane, the thing is, it's not so much what LeBron wants, Fane, because LeBron is not in total control. Michael Jordan was not in total control. But Michael Jordan did something he wasn't supposed to do. He was supposed to lose one of those finals, and he didn't do it. Okay? He didn't listen to the power that be. So, okay, Fane, so you have this dynamic going on. I'm so talented that if I really want to, I can run the scoreboard up. But I'm told not to. So when you look at LeBron James in Game 5 of the Pacers, and Game 6 of the Pacers, and they get blown out by 34, and he's your best player is sitting on the bench, that's telling you something right there. That's telling you, it's like, why are you sitting down and we're losing by 34? And they have a 36-point lead? Excuse me? Why don't you get up and do something? He's just like, why? If they win, it really doesn't matter. Because they have to face us tomorrow. So I think I'm just going to rest. Let them blow us out here in Cleveland. Doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, it's not so much that LeBron wants to. So LeBron wants to do the best he can. But he is not in 100% control. It's the powers that be that want LeBron to look better than Michael Jordan. Listen, Michael Jordan doesn't play anymore. It's not like Michael Jordan is competing against LeBron. It's not like he's on the court right now competing against him. People are always looking for the next best thing because it's the conversation piece. So they're going to push LeBron as hard as they can for as long as they can. I mean, the guy's never been hurt. And just like Stephen A. Smith said, he only has one blemish on his NBA record. One thing he's ever done wrong in 15 years. One? I mean, and that was when he pretty much, left Cleveland in a hurry. So it's the power that be that want him to. But look, Michael Jordan isn't his only goal. The powers that be want him to be better than Tom Brady, too. Well, I just look at things in a different light and try to put it all together. It's not so much, but thank you for the compliment. Yeah, it repeats. History repeats itself. That's what you're looking at until the next person comes in. And then that next person is going to have LeBron's number to surpass. And LeBron's, they're going to be like, you're going to see $60 million one-year contracts. It's just going to get ridiculous and ridiculous and more ridiculous. It is. LeBron's every season is getting better. Yeah, he's getting stronger and stronger. It's just weird because Father Time doesn't seem to be affecting him. Okay, let's look at this. Let's look at this. Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett left the NBA, what, 3 or 4 years ago? One of the most powerful players there's ever been. I will be sad the day LeBron retires. I won't. But I understand because you're a huge fan of his. Yeah, the grand. LeBron isn't human. Okay, so Kevin Garnett leaves the NBA. One of the most powerful players. When Kevin Garnett was leaving the NBA, there were teams trying to get him to stay. They was like, yo, come play for us. And he was like, I got these, these things called knees, and they're kind of killing me. And the whole time he was trying to get out of the NBA, people were throwing money at Kevin Garnett. Yo, we don't care about your knees. Come play for us. You know why they were doing that? Because of the ratings. Kevin Garnett has always been a ratings magnet. You know what I'm saying? He's not a LeBron, but nonetheless, Kevin Garnett was big. He was tall, and Kevin Garnett looked like Dwight Howard. I think Dwight Howard might be a little taller than him, but you got to understand Kevin Garnett's dynamics. He came in the game out of high school. And when he came in, he had a $30 million contract. And I think he got it from Mark Cuban. You know what I'm saying? And they were just like, this 17, 18-year-old just got a colossal contract. And they were just like, oh, my goodness, it's Kevin Garnett. And everywhere he went, everywhere Kevin Garnett went, you was all in. You was all in because he was dominating. He was big, and he didn't back down from anybody. And you just wanted to see it. You know what I'm saying? You wanted his shoes. You wanted to meet him. He was a good player that everybody respected. Nobody had no lip service for him. And if you said something cross to him, it just was an all bad thing. He was looking at you like, what's good? You know what I'm saying? But he was just a great player. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was a dope player, and he's somebody you wanted to see on the floor. He's one of the greatest of all times, but his knees was going out. But the NBA was like, we don't care. Sit on the sideline. Shaquille ended up playing for Cleveland for a short time, but Shaquille's knees went out. And then you have to look at how long Kevin Garnett played. Like, I don't really know that answer. But I'm going to guarantee that he didn't play for 15 years. Michael Jordan played for how many years? 10? 12? One of you guys know this. I don't know it off by heart. Yeah, Kevin Garnett wasn't playing with nobody. He was looking at LeBron one day. LeBron tried to get fly with him. He was just looking at him like, what, standing like this close to LeBron. LeBron didn't want to face him. He didn't want to face that big dude. 15 seasons. He played 15 seasons, according to legend. LeBron is in his 15th season right now, and he's playing like he just walked into the NBA. Just think about that. Just think about that. This is his 15th season. He's knocking down buzzer beaters like, whoosh, bang. He's playing like he just got in the doggone game. He has no injuries. The reason why Michael Jordan left is because Michael had knee problems. Scottie Pippen, knee problems. All right? Their knees were killing them. Like I have knee problems right now. Their knees were killing them. LeBron James is jumping up and down like a teenager. He's playing 42 to 45 minutes a freaking game. Okay? Whatever he's taking, I want some of that. Okay? because he's doing it big. Most players are out of the NBA where LeBron is now. They've been out. Some don't even last even close to that. This dude is balling out of control. He's been in it for 15 years doing the same thing. And what's crazy is he played for a sucky team the most of the time. Michael Jordan played for a great team until he went to Washington. And then that was a disgrace. It was kind of like Usain Bolt's last race when he fell down. And nobody can understand why he fell down. The fastest runner in the world fell down. And he came in third in 100. But he fell down in the relays. Then he wanted to come back. We were like, nah, Hussein. Just hang out on the sideline. Michael Jordan, you should have never played for Washington because we remember that. You didn't want that. But anyways, I'm just saying, Usain Bolt fell down. Yeah. But anyways, so I'm just saying, when you're great and then your greatness is over, yeah, I'm sure Hussein can outrun me, but I'm sure Michael Jordan can still jump higher than I can, but he just can't do it like he used to, buddy. It just doesn't work that way. James better take some more of them. I don't know what James is taking. One of you guys was like, James is an alien. I was like, I don't know what he is. All I know is bro is jumping up and down like he ain't got no issues. Okay. I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing it good. All right. He's a big boy now. I don't know what. Hey, look, yeah, Michael Jordan. I can't jump. I'm 269. I got the spare tire out here. You know. Got the spare tire going on, man. I ain't jumping nowhere. Shoot. I wish somebody would tell me to jump something. You're like, I ain't jumping nowhere. Shoot, the dog coming. You better jump on the car. I'm about to get bit. I'm about to take my shirt off and let this dog bite my shirt because I can't jump. I'm not running nowhere. I'm just too dang big and tired. Well, some truck drivers get fat. Not all of them. Yeah, he hit that buzzer beater from the top of the key. He did the same thing a couple of years ago. Then he jumped up on the table. He just hopped up on the table and did one of these numbers. Like, no, dude, you sipping the soda for real. You sipping the soda. Oh, man. Yeah, you sipping the soda, man. Hopped up on that table like it wasn't nothing. I'm like, I wish I would get up on somebody's table. He cleared that down on the table and stood up there and ain't nobody say a thing. Get your feet off the table. Heck nah, I own the table. Yeah. It ain't like he flat-footing them. It ain't like LeBron going, what? He's jumping. Okay, the man's got a pair of knees on him. All right? I think he got some robot knees or something. Nah, bruh. I tell you right now, my knees started cracking when I was 27 from all the running and stuff I was doing. Shoot, by the time I was 30, I could tell you when it rained or when it was about to. My knees had spider sense. I was just like, oh, shoot, it's about to thunderstorm. There's some cumulus clouds about to be here at about crack, about 3 o'clock this afternoon. It's going to rain. Everybody go inside. I'm just telling you. Right now, my knees is the weatherman. It's all bad. He half robot. He might be. He might be. I played football too. You're 25? You young. Shoot. But the knees, man. Them knees. Shoot. I think the youngest person in here is Fane. Fane is I don't know if she runs or she studies. That's her sport. Fane, do you run? You play any sports? I think I asked her this already. I don't know. Yeah, football's terrible for you. Football's probably football and rugby. A year or 5 years? I ran track. I sucked at baseball. Ron is not done at 37. That's only a few years from now. Yeah, 45. If you got good knees at 45, you're a superhero. 5 year, 300 mil. That sounds right. But that's about what he's doing. Okay, let's pull out the calculator again because I'm tired and I suck at math. Okay, if you're looking at what he's doing outside the NBA, but still it's part of the NBA. You're on point. Thank you, P. Estrada. He's doing about 66, somewhere around there. So we'll say that's what he's doing a year, and we'll go that times 5. 5-year contract, right? 330. So with the combined, he's doing about that. Rugby isn't that bad because no one's going to hit you 200 miles an hour. Oh, I don't know about that. And then blindside you. Really? Because you can't. You're right. Yeah, that's true. The helmet does blindside you. I hated that too. Let's go make a 1-year contract next year. Every year he plays for 1-year contracts. LeBron's probably going to make $1 billion before. There's no doubt he's going to hit $1 billion. Yeah, endorsements. Yeah, in football, the thing I hated about the helmet was somebody could just come right up and clap you. Because you got to understand, the average person on a football field can usually get up to about 15, 16 miles an hour, the average person. And then don't let nobody be real fast. You know, the Tony Dorsetts, the Eric Dickersons, you know, even, you know, some of the defensive backs, you know, they're really, really quick. If they're running a 4.40, and just imagine they're doing that, like they're getting up to that speed in like 2-3 steps. 1, 2, 3. They're at that maximum velocity, and then they hit you. Plus, you're also moving at a particular velocity. You don't necessarily see them. If you do one of these numbers and turn into it, and you can't see them coming, that's, you know, you're gonna get Ocho Seco. Got knocked out. You're gonna get knocked out flat too. You're gonna get, you know, super duper. You ever see when super duper got hit like that? He got blindsided. It's called the helicopter. His whole body spun around 3 times. He looked like a freaking helicopter in the middle of the field. He just got shellacked. Blam! Boom. Like, nah, I'm not doing that. You guys can have that. You know, LeBron knows he deserves the best. Yeah, he does. I ran a 4.5 flat. I sucked. I ran a 4.9. Sophomore year, I gave a couple of people concussions from. Look, I was a DN. You know what I'm saying? I was blowing people out, just hitting. I wasn't fast. I just hit you solid. Especially with, you know, if you try to square up with me. I'd be like, okay, that's you're the one that's going to get embarrassed in front of your high school. So most people figured out, don't hit me square, because I love to hit you square, like right in your chest. Bam! I just like to do it. I'm just that. But there's always somebody who will mow you over when you do that too. You know what I'm saying? We went up against South, and they had a guy who was just big. His name was Sean Detweiler. You know what I'm saying? He was a big boy when it comes to stopping him. We stopped him. We beat him. But, he wasn't the kind of dude you just go up and meet square in the chest, because he was going to Bo Jackson you. He was just going to pow and step on your chest and keep running. That was it. I got some friends who got ran over by Bo Jackson. He played for Pitt. He's a big dude, but he played for Pitt. He was like, he stepped on my chest, literally. Some people are just massive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I played defensive end. I played nose guard when I broke a record in high school. I played running back also. And I played linebacker when I was, pretty much all the way up to high school. Then I played linebacker, a little bit here and there. But I was a defensive player most of the time. My offensive playing wasn't nothing to be regarded. I was more or less a blocking back because of the way I hit you. I hit you square. I saw you, I'd line up to you, and then my head became a battering ram, and I just knock you right over. I didn't have great speed. I would come through the 2 or the 3 hole, and I would I would usually meet the linebacker right where he was. Just bam, and get him out of the way. That was my job. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was good at. We had another guy who was just a lot faster than me. White dude. His name was Benny. And Benny had, he was like a 4'3" guy. He could just take off. But once I cleared that way, he would just run right off my side, and clap, he was out. When I was in the backfield, Bo Jackson was huge and didn't lift. When I was in the backfield, we didn't run a lot of sweeps. So, for one, the tailback was faster than me. So they would switch fullbacks sometimes, or just have an I formation with just one back. You know what I'm saying? So they would do stuff like that, have me go out as a blocking back one way, have Benny run the other way, pitching the ball, and do, he would hit the outside corners, the 6 or the 7. And I would, fake and go up the middle or something like that, and try to lead both the linebackers over to like the 3 hole, and Benny would hit the 6 or the 7 or the 6, because this is the 7. So it's just a method that we had. It worked. We went 6 and 4. That wasn't bad. We went from being a bunch of losers to being, the team to watch, So, and then the next year, after I was gone, they won the state championship. So, yeah. Here's that. My high school runs the spread offense, Wildcats, but we still had a very balanced offense. Okay, there it is. We had some good wide receivers. Had a guy who went semi-pro. Name was Jai. He was a dope receiver. He had these huge hands. Great basketball player too, but he was a sick receiver. But our defense was really good. We had some killers. We had one guy whose name was Mondale. He was like 6'4". At that time he was like 230. I was barely knocking on 200's door. I think I was like 189, 190. This dude was 230 pounds, 6'4", and was running like 4'5". He could fly in the open field. And one day, they didn't know we knew it because he was our teammate, but they didn't know it, and their running back got loose. Yeah, hey, what up, Ray Skater? It's Ray Skater. He's on fire. They didn't know it. Their running back got loose and got away from our backfield. Mondale was a defensive end. It looked like Eric Dickerson getting tracked down by Green. This big hulk of a player came across field, and here goes the offensive player. He broke. He sees him. He's coming at him like this, and the offensive player doesn't see him. And that was his mistake. He didn't play for the rest of the year. He just, when he caught up to him from behind, he ran him down an open field and did a swim move on him. That's illegal. It's illegal in pro football too, because you break somebody's collarbone, and that's exactly what he did. He hit him with a swim move, came right down on his right shoulder, wow, and he laid right there, and the ambulance had to come and scrape that dude off of the 70-yard line, or more or less the 30-yard line on the other side. He didn't play no more. Everybody was just like, what? Even we were surprised. We were looking at it like, geez, one, we didn't know you was that fast. Two, did you have to do that to the dude? This was in high school. This kid was like 16 doing this. It's just amazing. Farrell Copper is from the Rams. He went to my high school. Nope, I don't know who that is. Oh, okay, that's cool. We didn't have anybody that went to the pros. Yeah, it's football. We had guys who went to college. I had a letter to go to Penn State. I didn't go. I went to the service a year later. A lot of our guys went to Slippery Rock. So, yeah, it's true. That's why I got out of it. Some of our guys went to Slippery Rock. Some of our guys went to Geneva College. Some of the local, smaller divisions. But there were a couple of us who did have a chance to go Division I. I was one of them. I just decided not to go D1. Truthfully, I don't even know if Paterno would have played me. One, I would have had to gain a lot more weight because I don't know if you guys ever heard of Brian Chismar. When I was in the 8th grade, I went to school with him. He played for Penn State. I would have probably been a third string linebacker, but like I said, I was 189. I was strong, but I wasn't as strong as those guys. So, but who is coming out of high school? Not too many people are. But they saw something in me, so I could have probably, walked on the team and played third string, for my freshman year. And then about the time I hit, the sophomore year, I'd probably been weighing around 220, 230, would have definitely bulked up. I have the size to do it. I was 6'2" in high school, so I was already a tall person. It's just a matter of the weight program that they had. There's no doubt in my mind that I would have been like, I saw, the running back after he came from Slippery Rock, he was huge. So they just have weight programs that would have just blew your whole body up. And there's no doubt I would have been a monster, probably doing 225, 25 times or something like that. I would have been huge. So, but it wasn't for me. I went into the service because I was thinking about my family immediately. You would have gained, I would have gained weight. Bruce Carter used to be linebacker for the Cowboys, and he went to my school. Also, he played QB in high school, and he weighed, 205. Yeah, I would have surpassed 205. They wanted him to play the linebacker. He got to 250 before he did. Yeah, I would have probably got up to about 220, 230, and would have been just whatever it takes to stop Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? Western and all those guys, but that's D1. Some of these D1s guys are just, the linemen are just, it's just like, good grief, bro. When are you going to stop growing? 6'6", 6'8", big linemen weighing 320, 330. Those dudes are diesel. That's not a lot of fat that you're looking at. So if you're gonna be a, you know, if you're gonna be a linebacker, you got to come with it. Yeah, I would have been huge. You would have had to be, or you're gonna get ran over. You were just going to get your chest stepped on. You know, that was it. I didn't have the speed to be a defensive back. I'm just way too slow. And I've been playing linebacker most of my, you know, football life. So I would have been right in the middle, like, let's get it, you know. And I would have been an average player, average enough. One of my stepbrothers, he played for Michigan, so he went D1. He's a big guy. So I already know what would have happened to me, but I just didn't want to do it. I didn't have the love. And I don't regret it. The Army was a better choice for me because I was thinking monetary at the time and so on and so forth. So I guess I could have did them both, but it just wasn't going to happen. But what I did was, as soon as I went into the military, I started sending money home immediately because I didn't have any. My sister, you know, I lived with her, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna join the military because I was working, and I was working at 18, just out there trying. I worked for Giant Eagle and got fired because I put the soap in with the celery, and some lady called back and said, "Your bad boy put the soap in with the celery," and they were like, "Yeah, you're fired." I just put her stuff in the bag, bro. I ain't know. Like, why would you fire me for that? Why would you go, hey, don't put the soap in my salary? But, you know, they were some racist assholes, so there it is. Also, before the different reasons, I really miss it, though. Yeah. Yeah. The football life, man. Getting hyped. You know what I'm saying? Before you get out there and smash somebody. Yeah. During middle school, they called me Crazy Pal because I used to scream all the time. Ah! I was an angry kid. My life was hard, you know. Getting on that field was the one place where it was legal for me to take it out on somebody. I was an angry kid, you know. So I just hit somebody, you know. That's what we did. Go out and smash somebody. It was just that. Well, I'm going to go ahead and go, you guys. I got a busy day tomorrow. And I really appreciate you guys hanging out with the old dude. I'll probably go. I don't know if I'll go live tomorrow. It's just finals week, so I might not go live tomorrow. But I will be reading all you guys' comments and stuff like that. And things along that line. Yeah, you be safe too, man, legend. And Fane, you give us a shout out. You know, whenever you feel like it. I'm never too busy to talk to you. Just I don't know if you're still on, but if you what up? I'm about to go. I'm about to go to bed, man. Yeah, Fane. Whenever you need somebody to talk to, if you want to talk to me, I will. You know, I'll go live and talk to you. I don't mind at all. Yeah, Cavs winning, man. Cavs winning. It really doesn't matter if they win the first game, but I think they will. What time is it out there? Oh, I'm old, so it's past my bedtime. It's 11:21. Yeah, I don't think she's on anymore anyway. It's past my bedtime, and I'm hungry. And I don't like to go to bed hungry, so I'm going to go and heat up some leftover spaghetti. Look around the internet for a second. Then I'm going to go and lay it back down and get up early, try to knock out some of this homework because I got to get an A in this class. The other class I failed. I failed it, but I know I'm just going to go ahead and take it again. Yeah. I know, I'm just going to take it again. All right, you guys, I got to go.